Hey y'all, Rhonda here. I thought we would open this up. It's a kit from Diamond Press. It's called Tile Alphabet. I opened it up my last video with a little haul, and we just opened it and kind of looked at it. We didn't like really go over it or anything. So I thought we would do that and make a pretty card. So let's open this up, maybe. Never can find these. Hope everybody's doing well. We've had some storms today on and off, and boy, the last one, my goodness. We were sitting at the table, and man, we have big bay windows there, and a huge lightning bolt came down, and I mean a kaboom, and wow, my poor little Rory was scared to death. She was just a shivering. Oh, she was scared. Oh, well, sorry for the noise. We're going to get this sucker open. There we go. So the rain's been nice, but it was a little unnerving to see her all unnerved. Yeah. Anyway, and I did my nails. I did them red for the 4th of July, and I did a little bit of gold sparkles for like fireworks. So glad to get those done because my nails were in bad shape. But anyway, squirrel. So this is the Tile Alphabet, and all right, let's see what all we have here. So we have our dies. So this is obviously our tile. And there's a little banner and flowers. There's a leaf and the inside for the flower. Another little leaf. Simple. Straightforward. So we have our alphabet. Upper and lower case. Looks good. And what is this? Oh, numbers. Birthday to my amazing, to the best. Sending my, there's congratulations, you're the best. You, hello, sunshine. Very nice. And then of course we have our cutting, what? This is so funny. I never ever can remember this. Cutting, yeah, this thing. What? It's Rona, I tell you. That's all it is. Folder. That's it. Cutting folder. I bet you the last 3 or 4 videos, I just went blank every time I look at this. This is hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. So we're going to cut out the grid. So it'll give us that, and then we'll need to, if we're going to use different colors, which of course we are, so we'll need to cut it out again to get the little squares, and then stamp on them and figure out what we're going to do. And here's some beautiful flowers, and we'll see about using those. So yeah. All right, like I said, this is going to be simple and straightforward, but lots of meaning. All right, well, let me gather up some paper and we'll get started. Okie doke. I don't know why, but I have the yawns. And you know, when you yawn that big and your like jaw gets dislocated and your eyes water and your nose runs, those big yawns, that's where I am. Crazy, crazy. All right, well, another thing that Rona has done to my brain, I was never a cutesy paper crafter, you know, as far as making stuff, which my little antennas are getting messed up, but stuff like this little shaker card or shaker element here, but you would never ever catch me making something like this. Not that I don't like it, it's just not me. I think this kind of thing is cute, and I enjoy watching other people make it and share it and all of that, but not me. Well, it's me now. So the Rona has entered the craft lobe. Now, I haven't given up my grungy, my junk journals and all that stuff, but yeah, rainbows, unicorns, princesses, pink paper, the whole 9 yards. It's in there. Yep, that virus got in the creative lobe. So, can't remember the folder name, and I'm into cutesy. All right, speaking of cutesy, we're going to do it. So here's this blinding paper that I'm going to use for the grid. I think that'll be pretty. Set that over there because that'll probably give you a headache. And then, of course, I love these colors. I like them together, separately, whatever you want to do with them. And I think what I'm going to do is use the purple for the tile, and then use this green and pink for flowers and leaves to help decorate it. So that's the plan. This cardstock actually has a little texture to it. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, it has a little, like a linen design to it. So it's not really great for stamping, but the other side is smooth. So we're going to use this and stamp on this side, which will be a lot better. So, all right, well, let me cut out the grid in this shiny paper that blinds you. And I'm going to cut out a few squares out of the purple. And then the flowers and the leaves, we'll do the pink and the green. So let me get all this cut out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my pieces stamped. And let's glue this together and make a card and finish it up and send it to Oklahoma. All right, you could actually pop this up if you wanted to, or lay it flat. I think I'm just going to lay it flat since it's going to go through the mail. And I think I'm going to have some pictures or something in there that I need to send also, so I don't want to make it any more bulky. So a little bit of glue. I'm using the Nuvo. It's a clear drying, quick drying glue. So put that down like that. Hold it for just a second. Okay. Looks good. All right, and let's place these. Make sure we want them in the spot we want them on. So I'm thinking, because this is the biggest word, mama, we'll just do a little quick layout here. And then we're going to put Miss. And then you. Looks good. I mean, it'll be straight when we glue it. And then let's see if I have room for my flower here. That's the biggest part, so that can go right there. So that looks good, I'm thinking. We could move it up one. And then I could have room for my leaves, which those will be under. Nope, I think I like that. Kind of uniform there. All right. So we'll just pick that up and put a little glue. Put it down. Just like so. Get on there straight now. You can probably hear lawnmowers and weed eaters and All my neighbors are out working in the yard. It's hard to pick this up, glue, and put it back down. You gotta, hold your mouth just right. Oh my goodness. My husband went to Oklahoma to see his mom that just got out of the hospital. All right, sorry about that. I had to, it's funny, my phone was going off. Someone was calling me and it said robocaller, but actually it was the hospital for an appointment for me. And how I know to answer that was last week they had called, I think Friday, but I was at work and couldn't go. But anyway, it was so funny. It said robocaller and had a little scale on my phone that said, spam or something, with a real high probability. Well, it was neurology. So anyway, when I saw robocaller came up just then, I thought, well, I better answer it. So anyway, no, my mother-in-law anyway was in the hospital, and anyway, so my husband went down there and brought her home and stayed a few days with her. And she incredible lady. She's 95 years old, or be 95 in August. Gets around fabulous. She's a retired school teacher, English teacher, and she was still tutoring and stuff before all this Rona stuff happened. She lives by herself in a big 2-story house. I mean, she's incredible. Makes cinnamon rolls for people, homemade cinnamon rolls, of course. Anyway, just a fantastic lady. But anyway, so he's down there with her for a little bit. And so my daughter's off and I'm home and I'm off. And so I don't know what it is, but I got in the mood and we've been tearing this house apart. We've been spring cleaning and cleaning carpets and wiping down walls and doors and painting some trim and going crazy. So I just talked to my husband a little bit ago and I said, the longer you stay away, the more I might get done. And he said, well, I may never come home. So anyway, but we're all being quiet right now because the puppies are sleeping. Usually when my husband's home, he takes a nap from about noon, 1 o'clock until about 2 or 3. So the puppies go down and so they take naps too. So I usually try to be quiet when I'm in the house. So I told my daughter we'll take a break for an hour or two and let the puppies sleep, and then we'll get up and get with it again. So we're all in our respective rooms doing our thing. So anyway, I thought that was funny. But anyway, so there's that part. I think that looks great. Okay. And then our flowers here. And these are embossed a little bit. You could actually, put a little ink or something over them and give them a little bit of color. So it cuts out 3. And you're just going to layer them on top. Let's see, that must be this one and then this one. Makes a beautiful little flower. And you could even, if you wanted to ink the edges a little bit, give them a little bit of dimension, we may just do that. Let's see. Let me grab a little pink ink and we'll ink those up. All right, let's try some of this new color from Tim Holtz, the Kiddish Flamingo. So let's just try this. See what this looks like. And we'll try this new dauber from Aladdin. I'm trying not to save things and trying to use things. I have to tell you a story talking about that. My mom, and it makes me think of this every time I talk about saving things. That feels nice and silky. My grandmother, she passed away when I was pretty young, but Mom told the story that when Grandma was going in the hospital or something. Anyway, Mom had bought her a new gown and house coat. Beautiful, she said, just really nice. And this was, a long, long time ago. And anyway, and so she said, Mom, I want you to wear this and enjoy it. And she said, oh, I will. She said, I'm going to save it. And so she put it in a trunk to save. And then a long time later, she went to get it out and it had moth holes in it. And anyway, she was just heartbroken. And that's why, Mom has always said, don't save it, use it. I'll save it for, when I dress up and go somewhere, I'll save it when I do this scrapbook or that. No, just use it, because something will happen and you won't be able to use it. So, if you got it, use it and enjoy it, right? Right. So that's the lesson for today, kids. Oh yeah, see, that gives it just a little bit. And we can actually add a little bit to the top of it too. Let's do a little bit of that. Change a little bit of that color. Just ever so slightly. Yeah, just a little bit of something, something. So you can't really tell, and then you put that up against there and it gives it a little more dimension. So anyway, so when you think about hoarding it, saving it, now I'm not saying I'm perfect about that by any means, because Lord knows I have enough stuff I'm saving and hoarding, but gotta use it. I'm working on that. Gotta use it, share it. It's funny, I'll tell you another quick story. I work at a scrapbook store, and it was my boss got in a sample of some paper, and it was sitting on her chair, and I walked by and I said, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. And she said, you like that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I would use that as wallpaper. If it came in fabric, I would do some accent chairs with this. I said, oh my God, it's just beautiful. And she said, well, you can have it. She said, I'm not going to order it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, okay, I'll take it. And it was just a couple of sheets. I think there was 4 or 5 different sheets. They were double-sided. And anyway, then a sample of all of them, glued together. But anyway, I said, oh my gosh. And so I came home and I put it up on a shelf where I could see it. And anyway, because I just absolutely loved it. And I just went on and on about it. And anyway, she asked me one day, she said, well, have you made a junk journal with it? Have you, a cover? Have you done so? I said, no, I don't want to, get into it because I won't have any more. And so anyway, like I said, I just love to look at it. And so for Christmas that year, she ordered me a pack of each paper. And there's like, I don't know, 25 or 30 papers in each pack. So that was part of my Christmas present. And I said, oh my gosh. She said, now here, you can use it and save some and use some. I want you to know I haven't used any of it yet. I mean, I would literally wallpaper my room with that stuff. And I would have accent chairs. I would have, oh my gosh, I would use that in so many different ways because it is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But anyway, so I'm working on my hoarding and saving, trying to use it. All right, well, that gives it just a little something there. I do just a little bit more on this one. I mean, you can go a little bit darker if you wanted to, but this is just a little, does a little something for it. Okay. You can do the same thing with the leaves and the middle part. So, got some ink on me there. Oh well. All right, well, let's glue these together. And you could, if you had a little stylus, or just take, where's my bone folder? Take your bone folder and you could curl those a little bit. Just give them a little bit of dimension if you want them down, or if you want to go up with them. That one. we could go up with this one a little bit. Of course, it's going to get flattened in the card, but this way you could kind of see what it looks like there. Let's see, we'll go up with this one a little bit. So don't save it, kids. Use it. Enjoy it. Yeah, that looks good. And do the same thing on the leaves. We'll go back with those a little bit. Okay. All right, let's get this thing together. Let's put a little glue here on the back. Is that my big one? Yeah. And we'll put it like this. Let's go ahead and put the leaves in so it won't be so hard to trying to go under all that. Do we want that there? And let's see. Let's do this one here. And yeah, that way they won't be hanging off. So let's put a little glue here. Slide him under. And the same thing with this one. Okay, got that, and let's do our next one. We want it in between the petals, like that. And next one. This one in between. Oh, that's really a pretty flower. Boy, you could use that with lots of other stuff. And then here's the little middle. You could zhuzh it up with something. Let's add a little. I don't know. This has a little, whoops, mahogany on it. I'll do just a little bit. It's hard when you do junk journals and stuff and you ink the edges of everything. It's hard not to ink everything up, huh? All right, and let's glue this little guy down. Very nice. Like I said, look at that flower. I'm just really impressed with that. I'm loving that. So, all right, miss you, Mama. And then, oh, I did cut out, I don't know if I was going to use it or not, this little tag here. No, I don't think I'm going to use it. I think that's plenty. And I'll write a little note to my mama in there, and then I have some pictures of my daughter I'm going to send, and we'll get that in the mail. So I hope everybody's doing fine, and I'll have some links below for you. And until next time, bye for now.